Hi humans, Apocalypse here back with a new video. In this video, we'll be going over how to get to Masters in Season 10. Now, I've previously made a guide on how to get to Diamond, so I've covered all the other ranks up to Diamond. So now we're going to focus strictly on Diamond and how to get from Diamond to Masters. So if you need help with all the other ranks, go look at my previous video. Also, my gameplay is going to be of a Masters lobbies I was in, because when I was going for Masters, I wasn't really recording my Diamond lobby matches that much. So I don't really have much footage to show, so you can show me in master lobbies. Same thing still applies, but let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with the main thing that we need to get into our minds, of the objective. Now the objective for every game should be get into Final Circle. If you can master or learn how to get to Final Circle every single game, you're more likely going to gain RP every game you play and you're not going to lose any. Now, even if you are earning a small amount of RP, it's better than earning like no RP or negative. As long as you're constantly going up and gaining points, that's what we want. So I would suggest learning how to be patient and choose when to take your fights. Final Circle is going to be the best thing for you. KP is obviously really big, but it's more important to get to Final Circle than it is to get KP. If you are going to go for KP, I recommend doing it at the beginning of the game or end of the game. I don't recommend doing it in the middle of the game. The only time I recommend doing it at the middle of the game is if you have no choice but to fight, or if you're in the middle of rotating and the path you need to go through has a team that you need to fight. Otherwise, I would say land early. And land early, either go for an isolated, a 3v3, or land early and go for an early third party. Then I would say scan beacon, find out where zone is, and then play end zone. That's my advice. Or if you don't get KP in the beginning of the game, still scan beacon, find out where zone is, get all your loot, and then just play end game. Because think about it, if you win, you're more likely going to get around 3 to 4 KP if you win anyway. The extra couple kills is just extra if you get lucky enough to fight 2 teams. So, and think about it, what's more important, getting 6 KP and coming like 5th or 6th and getting like plus 32, or winning with 2 to 3 KP and getting 120 RP. Like, in the long run, winning is going to always give you more points than KP. So I say go for the win most of the time, all the time. Prioritize it over KP most of the time. So land early, isolate 3v3 or third party, or late game, set up camp, and then like last 3 to 4 squads, you're going to be fighting. You should be able to get enough KP then anyway. But winning is the main goal, not KP. And getting to end game every game is gonna prepare you. It's gonna prepare you for those master lobbies as well. When you get to master and pred lobbies, everyone's gonna be going for the end game. That's the most important thing. Because when you're in those top 4 squads, you're most likely always going to be going positive, or at least neutral, and never losing points. As long as you're not losing points, you're doing something right. So yeah, the objective is to, not necessarily play passive, but don't be too aggressive. Don't take fights you don't need to take. Don't be very stupid with the way you play. You need to make sure you are playing smart. Also very highly recommend finding teammates to play with. Solo queuing can be so annoying, especially this season, the disconnecting bug and all that stuff. So I definitely recommend finding people. If you can't find people to play with, I recommend going on Discord and looking up the Apex LFG, or looking up Battlecord. I think Battlecord's better because it has more higher tier players, while the official Apex Discord has more platinum and lower players. It's hard to find people that are diamond and above. But yeah, go in those, look for people to play with, find a team, and actually learn how to play together and build chemistry. Don't just play a couple matches and then leave when your guys ain't doing good. You need to stay playing consistently to then learn with each other, how each other play, your play styles. And yeah, so I definitely recommend trying to look for a team if you can't find one. The next thing is legends. Finding the most viable legends for your playstyle and generally the meta is going to help you guys. I think the best legends or comps in the game at the moment is Octane, Wraith Bloodhound, or Octane Gibby Bloodhound. Octane Gibby Bloodhound I think is the best team comp. I got to masters with Octane Wraith Bloodhound. but I always recommend having a Wraith or Octane on your team for movement. You know, you can portal out or jump head out if you're ever in a sticky situation. Have a scan character so you can get beacons, and everyone has wall hacks now, so you might as well use it. It's great, even though it is very frustrating. And then your last character can be whoever, you know, people like to play Crypto. Crypto is great, Bangalore's great, Path is great, but I would really recommend having either Gibby Crypto, or Path, or Wraith. My 6 would be Octane, Gibby, Blood, Wraith, Path, Crypto. I think those are the best legends personally for ranked, but Crypto has very quiet taste. So you find the legends that you work well with, and then, you know, use it to your advantage. Play with people, learn how to play with them together. Don't just play a couple games. Learn how to play also more than one legend in case you like playing with someone, but your teammate also plays with them. You want to make sure you can at least play 2 legends in case, you know, you need to change legend. But yeah, definitely recommend choosing those legends. I think that's going to be very important with team comps, and most teams that you find in Diamond are going to be having those legends. You're not really going to find anyone else out of them, apart from every now and again you're going to get like a Rev, a Caustic, a Rampart because of the new update. And every now and then you're going to get that weird character just in there, like Fuse or someone. And for the main part, stay to those characters. Next is going to be positioning. Now I think positioning is very underlooked. Positioning is probably, I say, one of the top 3 biggest things in comp, because I think that's gonna win you the game. Like when I said like finding final circle and always going to final circle, getting the position is gonna help you in the long run. Because when you're in diamond lobbies, everyone can aim, everyone can shoot. It's not about who's better at like shooting. It's about who's smarter, and positioning is gonna get you that. If your team is positioned in a better spot than your enemy, there's like a 70% chance you're going to win the fight because of your positioning. You know, first of all, always go for high ground. In most situations, go for high ground. Unless you can't, always team shoot. If you guys see someone who doesn't see you, do a 3-2-1. Look at him and say 3-2-1, and then you all shoot him at the exact same time. That way you all get KP, you can insta knock him, and then it minimizes the fight to a 3v2, and it should be easy clean up for you guys to 3v2 the team. So I definitely recommend always team shooting if you have the chance to. Just getting that first knock is always going to be big. And rotating is going to be super huge as well. So learning to position yourself, I think, is one of the things I'm still learning, even though I'm in Masters. It's just positioning is just gonna make you a better player. Once you learn positioning and you're always in the advantage of positioning, it's gonna make you so much better. And you're gonna win most of your fights. Because that's how most people win their fights. They have the better position, they have the better angles, they have the better line of sight. That's what's gonna make you better. So definitely rotate. Rotations, I think, is also a thing. You know when to rotate, know when to not take a fight. If you're in the middle of a fight and the fight lasts more than 20 seconds, you know you need to get out of there. If you guys are peeking each other from rooftops and you're taking more than 20 seconds and no one's getting a knock, you need to go. Because number one, you're just wasting ammo, you're wasting heals. Number two, there's going to be other teams hearing you guys shoot and they're going to be coming for you, and that is not what you want. So if you can't get in and out and you can't finish a fight for 20 seconds, then either choose not to fight if you know you can't do that quick, or just full send and you have to commit and just get out of there. You need to know when to back away from fights. Another thing is with landing, with third party, should I say, you need to look for knocks. You need to know how to third party. It's the right way to third party. You can't just run in there and start shooting people. You're gonna get killed by both teams. You're gonna get focused. You're gonna become a center. So you need to get close enough so you can see where both teams are, know where they are. Then you need to look on the kill feed and you need to look for 1 to 2 knocks. I usually wait for around 2 knocks, but 1 knock is great. If you see someone get a knock, you know you can third party, because now they have 1 less teammate. But I wait for 2 just so it's a little bit more like 100% chance you're gonna get the third party and there's no way of you losing. But wait for it. Look on the kill feed. Wait for a knock. When you find the knock, then you push for the third party, and then you're good. I say always look for knocks when third party in, if you have the chance to. And then one of my biggest tips is consistency. Do the same thing over and over again until you're used to it. Now, if something's not going well for you, then don't keep doing it. But if, say, you need to choose a spot to land, and you need to keep landing that spot every game, so you're familiar with that spot, you're familiar with the loot, the area, the rotations, the advantages and disadvantages of that area. So me, even though I usually like to land places more off-key, like, you know, launch site or tree, those places over there, when I hit masters, and I've done it in like a 1-day thing, I was landing Lava Siphon every game. I just got used to it, and like all the loot would always be souped up with loot, because you always knew there would always be purple or gold on the gondolas, and there's so much ways to rotate too. But we also knew that there's always going to be super risky, because it's going to be third party central, because it's in the middle of the map. So know where you're looting, know where you're going to land. I'm just going to tell you, oh, land at this spot every time. Land wherever you want. It's up to you. Just do it consistently. Be consistent with your moves, and yeah, that should hopefully help you guys get out of diamond and hopefully into masters. You just do the same thing over and over again, and you should be good. Play, you know, good legends, team comp legends. Remember to always focus on your positioning, your rotations, team shoot, get high ground, final circle, play for final circle, try and get into the final circle every time. And yeah, those are my tips. So if this video did help you out, please leave a like and subscribe. Now also follow my team's Twitter and Discord if you want to get updates on like events or tournaments you can get in, like kill races, scrims, all that kind of stuff. You know, it'll be in our team's Discord if you're interested in doing that kind of stuff and just learning how to play more competitively. But yeah, that should be in the description. See you guys in the next one. Peace.